Hello there, this is going to be a general love reading for all signs on this beautiful Sunday. It's very windy in Hawaii right now. We have actually an alert for I think all Hawaiian Islands, if I'm not mistaken, a high wind advisory. So winds of change, honestly, it's what if you can actually hear the wind outside. It's the winds of change. Seasons are changing, it's quite obvious, it's quite evident, but also at the same time, there's this internal feeling of change as well, right? You can feel change coming, but you can also feel change within yourself, which is actually a pretty beautiful thing. I'm just feeling around what I wanna do. I'm gonna use a Tarot Della Nuit. Haven't used it in a minute. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember how we've been talking recently about the red string of fate, that myth and that legend has been coming up throughout the years, of course. Channeled it many times in the past, but quite recently, the past month or so, it's been coming up extremely heavy. See her holding the red string. Now, what is the legend behind the red string of fate? Well, it was said that the gods tied a red string around two people that were meant to be, so that no matter how far they wandered from each other, they would always be connected. Look at these two. Do you see the way the picture is depicted? It's as if they're in the exact same place, but at two different times in two different dimensions, or two different times, different time periods. They're like star-crossed. Like they always seem to miss each other. Like they're both there at the same time, but at different times. You know what I'm saying? They are, but they're bound together by this red string of fate. There's this undeniable feeling, especially after the last two eclipses we had last month in October. October 14th, we had the Ring of Fire. And then that one was a solar eclipse, right? And then the one on the 28th was a partial lunar. Something activated. And now this energy of that red string is being tugged. This would tell us that somebody is feeling something and they may not know what yet. We don't know what stage they're at because this is a general reading. It could go from the stage of the very, very bare minimal beginnings of just feeling different and change inside and feeling like their life needs to change. And they don't know why. They don't know why all of a sudden they realize after 20 years, this is not the right person to be with. They don't know why all of a sudden, even though they're single, they feel like they met someone. Like, oh my God, I feel like I already met someone, but I haven't met them yet. For some, it could even be further on down the road and along the process of this, of feeling a tug towards a particular person. This means you've definitely had many past lives together. I mean, I don't want to say many because some it's been one or two. I don't know, but it gives that feeling of like many encounters. It's not the first rodeo. So whether it's just you guys have been together for 2 lifetimes, but you spent every waking moment together in those 2 lifetimes, it could be that too. This is no matter what dimension, no matter what universe, you always are connected. It's always you and it's always them. Even if the two of you end up with other people in different lifetimes, there's always this feeling. And it you know what's funny is it feels like it was dormant. It may have been dormant a huge part of this year, of this lifetime for you and them. Because I don't know about you, but I've always felt as a child that I've always been in love with someone already. I never knew who. So I would meet certain people along the way and we'd crush and we'd feel this way, or we'd fall for them and think it's them, and then end up finding out it's not them at all. And my whole life, I've always felt like I've been missing someone I've never met. And that I was already in love with someone, but I haven't met him yet. And I still feel like that today at 45. I feel like I miss someone I've never met, but they're there. And it's like the hardest thing to explain, which is why I've been single, because I won't settle. This red string of fate is activated, and these two people feel this pull and this call. It's like calling to each other without calling to each other. 8 of Pentacles. Oh my God. And the Lovers. Jesus Christ. Look at the Lovers in this deck. It gives off like really old school, almost Romeo and Juliet vibes, right? It's very old. She's got like a flower crown on. And it's just the way that he's holding her chin like this and looking at her in her eyes like, there you are. Oh, there you are. Oh my God, it's you. It's in the eyes. He knows it. It's in the eyes. That's how they both know it. They remember each other. It's the eyes. Now, this 8 of Pentacles, you can see this like fairy, and she's sitting in this book. I mean, is this something to do with is a book connected to this somehow? Because I feel like it could be literally writing. Did you write in 8th grade? Oh, I would love to meet blah, blah, blah. You know what's the fucking craziest thing? I just saw this. And I've heard this before, and I guess I forgot about it, right? But then last night I saw this thing that said that Leanne Rimes and her husband, Eddie, I forget his last name, Cibrian, I think it is, right? They're married now, right? Bitch. I saw this fucking thing that said, there was this old picture of the two of them when she's like 14. And he's like however old he is. I think they're like 10 years difference, 9 years difference. Completely randomly met prior when she was really young. Nothing obviously ever happened. And then they reconnected years later. And I thought to myself, that feels really relevant for somebody in the collective or myself personally. I don't even know. But it just felt like, whoa, why does that feel relevant? I mean, it can also be, right, this kind of an energy too, where we've met in a past life and we're meeting again in this life, right? Oh, it's meeting before. Meeting before. Have I met you before? And for some of you, you've never met before in this fucking lifetime. It's that feeling of a past life. But there's something about a book or writing it down, writings. Did you write them and speak them into existence, right? Did you manifest it? 2 of Cups. See how it's the same woman twice? But look what's behind her. It's the clamshell. It's like Aphrodite, Venus. This is about self-love. You come together when you are a bad bitch and you know you love your fucking self in and out. And you won't settle and tolerate no fuck shit. It's the only way this gets activated when both people feel that. But also it was something about the moon. Or shall I say specifically the eclipses? Remember, eclipses are fucking wild cards. I've told you guys that for years. That's why I don't do shit during eclipses. I don't light no motherfucking candles. I'm not trying to manifest some shit. I would prefer to sit back and watch the show. I know that what's going to happen is the universe is going to do a little of this and a little of that, and I dare not intervene. I'll be intervening every time else after that, honey. But not during eclipses. I just don't. That's for me personally. Some people feel the opposite. But of course, you guys know, because eclipses are wild cards, you shouldn't be doing magic or things like that, spells during an eclipse if you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you're not an experienced witch. Only experienced witches can do shit like that on an eclipse. Because it could backfire. Because it's wild card energy. It's just, that's how eclipse energy is. So they're powerful, right? Eclipses. There's some kind of a energy here of the right frequency. It's like the perfect storm. The frequencies were right, high enough vibrations. Then here comes the eclipses. Five of Swords. She might be on the defense too. It's feminine. She's a warrior. She's a fighter. She's had to fight for everything. You know the saying is, I couldn't wait for a hero. I had to save myself. This feminine for a really long time might have had to be in like survivor mode. She had to carry around a sword to protect herself. She didn't have the masculine to protect her. And what happens is when we are always in that energy of needing to protect ourselves, all of that, you know, just our masculine energy coming in to take over for survival. It means that if you're naturally a feminine and you have all this masculine energy that's roaring in you, it makes it very difficult for an actual masculine to come in. Because if your natural state is feminine, then a natural attraction is a masculine, right? So if it's masculine, it's not going to go. For some of you, remember that clamshell of Aphrodite falling and sitting back into the shell of self-worth and self-love and feminine energy? See? And now it actually allows them to come through. I'm telling you, it's a perfect storm. It's like 7 different things that needed to happen for this to happen. I feel like for some of you, there's a major physical distance or emotional. And you could be sitting right next to the fucker at work or whatever, and there's emotional distance, but it feels like it's distance. The Magician. Oh my God. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Something's being fucking manifested. An old wish. It's almost as if the universe is like, why do I feel like the moon was a matchmaker? And the moon said, you know what? Activate the red strings. Those fuckers belong together. It's time. What are we waiting for? What's happening? What's the holdup? Let me go and sprinkle some Miracle Grow over here so we can speed this thing along. And it also, like I went back to saying, you wrote it down. Did you manifest this? Something about a book or a journal. Did you write this down? I would go back. For some of you, and I'd go back and look at some old shit that you wrote down to go and see. The Emperor. But the Emperor is looking at this mermaid. And look at the mermaid. She's so brave. She's out of water. But look, he's sleeping. Let me show you that card first. It's very cool. See how she's awake and she's just waiting for him to awaken. And for a lot of the feminines, they've awakened first. And it's quite symbolic of like being awoke, like I said, feeling like I'm missing someone I've never met. Where is he? I feel like, and it's like this energy, right? She's like waiting for him. Where is he? Is he going to show up? Where is he? But the fucker is sleeping. Unawakened. They have to awaken. Crack open. Higher consciousness. They have to. It's the only thing that's going to raise their vibration enough to be able to recognize you and to feel that red string pulling on them. It's the only way. Otherwise, they'll be numb if they're unawakened. They will not have a fucking clue what's going on. And you can't force someone awake either. That's the issue. If they feel the call to awaken, they can actually choose free will and opt out. She's like feeling it. Knowing it's somebody. Where is he? When is he going to wake up? Have you ever met a person and you felt like you just knew that this person was fighting their awakening? They were fighting it. They were fighting the healing and fighting the toxicity in their life and staying in a dead-end relationship or just whatever this is, being a fucking pig in relationships and dating all kind of people and being super freaking fuckboyish. And you're like, damn, you can just feel them fighting that awakening. Have you ever met somebody where you felt like, oh my God, I think it's them, but they completely pushed you away or you've pushed them away? Not because of no attraction. Because honey, if I'm not feeling you, bye. This is not because of no attraction, but the feeling of, I feel it, but it makes me scared and I don't know what to do with it, and you push them away. They may have done this to you before too, because it wasn't the right frequency, right, energy. And then here we go with the fucking Emperor. See how the moon calls him? You see how the moon says, psst. Hey fucker, the fuck you doing? What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Touch me like you do. I mean, you can't make it up. It's the eclipses, it's the moons, it's the fucking sun, it's the frequencies, it's the energy, it's the red string pulling, it's 7 things. Wow. I mean, all you can say is wow. Bitch, November and December might be very interesting. Secret lover. I swear to God, they fucking pine for you secretly, or you pine for them. You want to know what this feels like to me too? And I'm sorry, but it's just what it is. I think that you or them, someone may have fantasized sexually about this person. I think for some of you, there's a specific person. And for some of you, don't fucking get freaked out. There may be nobody. But for those of you that it's a little further along in this process, there could be somebody already. Not that you're in a relationship with, but there's somebody that you're going, oh my God, there's like this thing. And I think secret, like fantasizing sexually. Independence. Oh, there it is, sexual encounter. Someone's single for sure. Commitment, and then they may not be. So for those that have to secretly pine, they could have been in a relationship. Remember, now they got to go get their shit together, realize they don't want to be in this relationship. I don't love you. You don't love me. We can't stay for the kids. Can't stay just because we've been together since college. We got to go. We're out. Okay? So for some, that's why they had to keep this a secret. But also this tells me going from single to committed, or from committed to single. Now they're free to get it on. Let's go and get into this extended. It's going to be on my website. Click below this video the word more. It's going to bring up all the links. It's going to take you to, I think it's the first one. Go to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. On my website also is tickets to my upcoming meet and greet in December, on December 10th actually. I'll be in Sonoma County, Wine Country, Petaluma to be exact. Tickets are on sale for that, okay guys? I'm super excited. I haven't done an in-person meet and greet in 4 fucking years. And this will be my 5th in-person meet and greet, okay? Because I've done a bunch in the past. We've done Brooklyn, New York. We've done San Diego, San Fran. We've done Oahu. And now we're gonna do Sonoma County, Wine Country. On my website though, to rent this, it's gonna be in the special love / oracle reading section, in the extended section of my website, okay? All right, guys, I will see you in this extended. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Love you. Bye.